Hello everyone, welcome back to more Gold Silver Crystal Wi-Fi. Here we have an OU match against AllphA. He is a pretty good player, so I will leave his channel in the description if you want to check him out. I'm using my usual OU team with some minor fixes to get this working. So yeah, let's get into it. He's leading with Miltank, I lead with Alakazam. Now, Miltank leads are not really common, so I'm just going for Toxic to force him to heal well, but he actually switches out to Executor, which is cool. I have the berry in case he wanted to go for Sleep Powder like he did, and I set up the light screen to better take his attacks. So yeah, now I'm just going to stay in, put some damage on him as he double powders. I could switch out to my Rest Talker, but I figured, nah, in case he goes for a Psychic, I better stay in. Now he brings back Miltank, as I just burn one sleep turn. Now I need to switch out, and I figure my best bet is Machamp. He's my Rest Talker, even if I get the Para with Body Slam, I wouldn't care. Now here comes Zapdos, who takes the Cross Chop pretty well, and with the light screen off, I need to switch to my special defensive wall, which is my Snorlax. Snorlax, praise him. It's my newest addition to the team. I figured it would work well here, since I needed a special wall. And yeah, Cloyster comes in, takes the Body Slam as it was nothing, so he gets a free turn to set up spikes. Now I figured out he would switch, so I would Leech Seed anything that comes in, bear the Executor, but if Executor would come in, I had Hidden Power Ice, especially for him and the eventual Dragonite. So yeah, here he makes a good prediction and goes for the Earthquake on the switch, and this will cripple my Jolteon's potential. So yeah, I must play it safe here, but he reveals he has a Steelix, which it's not a big deal, since he has not that much offensive power, but yeah, he starts roaring here, and I figured out his game plan was to constantly roaring my Pokemons out, so I would take spikes damage on the switch. So the best thing I could do against this Steelix is wait until he roars me into Moltres, which is my best Steelix counter. But here Snorlax gets dragged in, and I can actually do some damage with Earthquake. It's super effective against Steelix, and even with his high defense, he can do a good chunk of damage. Here I actually get a critical hit, which is kinda lucky on my part, but you will see that Steelix will easily recover it with leftovers. Now Meganium will take the stand against him. I will try to put a Reflect up, so in case he wanted to curse or something. Steelix with Roar usually carry Curse, so yeah. Here he roars me out again. Alakazam comes in, just the one I don't want to come in since he's asleep. But yeah, that also gives me opportunities to burn more sleep turns, and he starts to curse up, and I was like, okay, I hope he doesn't get too many curses up before I can get Moltres in, but he wasn't coming in. Always either Snorlax, either Alakazam. So I needed to switch out to Meganium to take his attacks. I don't want to lose my Snorlax that early. I don't want to risk it. Now I will just go for a Leech Seed to put some pressure on him, but he decides to switch here, which yeah, it's kinda relief at the pressure on me. But Charizard comes in, and Meganium cannot take his attacks very well, and I'm sure he won't overpredict here again. So I just go for Alakazam, trying to wake up, because I already burned some sleep turns. And here I had a feeling I would wake up, and I do, but I went for Toxic, and now I could have recovered here. I could take his attacks with Leech Seed pretty well if I recovered, but I decided to go for Toxic to put some pressure on this Charizard to prevent him from go for Belly Drum that easily. And now I bring in Snorlax because I know he probably will switch out. He won't risk go for the belly drum with Leech Seed on him, so I took this opportunity to rest as it brings in Cloyster. Now, I know Cloysters can explode. I don't want him to explode right off the bat on my Snorlax, so I just bring in Machamp. But he went for Ice Beam, which is fine. I'm going now for rest. I'm sure he won't explode on a weakened Machamp, and he didn't know I had rest, so yeah. Now I go for Sleep Talk, trying to get maybe a cross chop on this Cloyster, but he switches out to Zapdos, and I actually get the cross chop, and I get a critical hit, which is cool. Any damage on this Zapdos is more than welcome. I went for another Sleep Talk, trying to get a Body Slam to paralyze the Zapdos, but I get another cross chop, another critical, which leaves the Zapdos fairly weakened. And after the roar, my Jolteon comes in. Now here I predict him to switch into his Steelix, so I went for the Baton Pass to get the switch initiative and finally bring in Moltres. Now, predicting him to overpredict me, him to switch, I just stayed in and went straight for the Fire Blast, and that would easily take out this Steelix. So his physical wall is down. Now Charizard is the best bet he has against my Moltres, and Rock Slide is obvious. This time I'm sure he won't overpredict. So Machamp takes it like a boss. Almost no damage whatsoever. Now Executive comes in. I use Body Slam on the switch, but he takes it fairly well. Here I'm sure he will explode. Executive is almost done, so I figured Meganium is the best one to take Explosion, since I've seen his team, so Meganium is the least useful against his remaining Pokemon, since Steelix is already down. And yeah, Zapdos comes in, easily taken out by Thunderbolt. And now Miltank. I will just go for Baton Pass, just in case he wanted to double switch. And I bring in Machamp. Now, Machamp can deal with this Miltank, even if it has Growl, which he started to do to try to lower my attack. But it's fine by me, because if I catch a critical hit cross chop, it negates the attack drops, so it would easily take out this Miltank. I was going for Body Slams just to try to paralyze this Miltank, to force it to go for Heal Bell, giving me a free attack. But yeah, the paralyze wouldn't come. Now I just go for Sleep Talk, and I catch Rest on the first try, which is fine by me. Miltank doesn't do much damage with Body Slam, so I can just continue to Sleep Talk, and then here I get the paralysis, which is good. Now I try to get the cross chop here, and I get it, but no critical hit. So yeah, it goes for the predicted Heal Bell. Now on this turn I will wake up, so I go for another cross chop, trying to get that critical, but no, it still doesn't crit. So I also need to watch out for my cross chop PPs. I don't want to waste them. And yeah, here Miltank is obvious, so it's now or never. I need to get that crit now, otherwise he could still recover. But yeah, finally the critical hit arrives and Miltank is down. Now he brings in Charizard, which is healed by the poison because of the Heal Bell. And here I was pretty sure he would set up Belly Drum. He was down to 2 Pokemons, and yeah, I get the paralysis with Body Slam, which is cool, but didn't matter, since even if it took out my Machamp with +6 Earthquake, I would still have my Jolteon that would outspeed Charizard and also would handle his Cloyster pretty well. So yeah, I decided here, well, first I was trying to take out this Cloyster with Machamp, and I would eventually in the long run, but then I just decided, well, I will leave Machamp here to die and bring in Jolteon to end the match with it, since Jolteon also deserves the spotlight. Well, the spotlight here probably belongs to Machamp. He was the one that took out that Miltank and also crippled the rest of his team. So yeah, here I'll just end the match with Stab Thunderbolt, and yeah, that's good game, AllphA. I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Leave a like, comment, sub, as always. And be sure to check out the links in the description if you want to get involved with this. We have a Skype group if you want to join and also play some matches. And it's enough for today. I'll hope to see you next time, and take care of yourselves. Peace.